This is an event, of course, an annual event that talks about mining on the African continent. And the good thing about this is because most of the African countries, we are all mining economies. And therefore, it's always good to get together, with not only the policymakers in the mining area, but also the potential investors and all those who are already investing in the mining sector to make sure that we do get together on an annual basis and then assess the mining sectors, what we are doing and what we can do better. And that is why we are here. And I think the main theme here is that mining continues to be one of those key sectors of the economy globally, not only on the African continent, but globally. And therefore, we need to all be on the same wavelength to say, are we doing the right thing? Do we have sustainable supply of these minerals? And this is important because most of the things we actually use, we don't actually realize that most of the things you use on the daily life, in one way or the other, the input into those things that we are using actually come from metals, come from mining. And therefore, it's important that we should discuss to say, where are we with this sector?
You're touching on the heart of the matter, namely, what is it that we are doing and what can we do to improve it? And more importantly, are we doing the right thing? So I'd like to put those questions to you as well. What is it that we are doing? Yeah. What is it that we can improve? And are you of the conviction that we are doing the right thing?
Denver, let me say this. The dominating feature of this Indaba this year is the fact that suddenly, because of the energy transition, globally, we are going to need more metals. Some of the metals that we actually never even thought about. And these are the metals this now people are talking about being critical raw materials. Materials that will be necessary for us actually to go ahead with the energy transition. As you know that, we all talk about energy transition from fossil fuel to renewable energies. And for that to happen, you need to have metals that can be used to store energy, batteries. And the issue is now that because of that, suddenly you are going to need more metals. In fact, we are going to need almost double than what we used to do, than what you used to get. Now, where would those metals come from? And if you need now so much metals now, are we going to mine those metals in the very same fashion that we used to mine them? And therefore, the point being made here to say there are three things that we need to start really paying more attention to. The first one is to make sure that when we're now going to need double of these metals, we need to make sure that we do not inadvertently put more pressure and damage the environment. And therefore, the environmental issues are very, very critical to make sure that now, simply because now we need more of this, let's now not rush into this, and in the process, simply put more pressure in destroying the environment. And for that, you need to have partnership within the countries, host countries where minerals mining is taking place, to make sure that we have got very good policy with regard to how we manage the environment. Equally, you need to have the investors, the mining company, to make sure that they do bring their side to make sure that their mining methods do not destroy the environment. The second issue is the social issues. And this is about making sure that maybe like in the past, we might not really put an emphasis on this, to make sure that if you are a mining company and you are mining in a particular society, community, you need to immerse yourself in that society, that you become part of that society, so that actually you are accepted, you are part of that society, and therefore you bring something to societies. An example was made, for example, that most of the mining activity takes place in not in urban areas, as outside urban areas, and you may find that in such particular area you don't have, for example, not water. it makes no sense for a mining company to provide water to itself, but not provide water to the community within which this is taking place. So those are the social issues that we need to take care of. And the last one is actually the governance issues. There's now this scramble for these metals. We need more of these metals. Let's not jettison the governance issues. Let's make sure that we are doing the right thing. Let's make sure that actually it provides values to all the stakeholders involved, which the mining investing companies, the host countries, and the people of those countries, to make sure that we're managing this as true stewards of these minerals, to make sure that it goes to the right to the right people.